Good evening, everyone. This is Marcin, FM Cosmetics UK Corporate Trainer. Welcome to my webinar tonight. I hope that you are sitting comfortably with a cup of a real coffee or tea so we can start off the webinar. Tonight, I'm going to tell you about one of the most popular FM Group skincare products. And to be honest, this is one of my favorite subjects apart from perfume. That is Gold Regenesis Collection and Beta-Glucan Active Collection. During the webinar, first of all, I'll tell you some important things about our skin. Also, I'll tell you about the different types of skin, so you'll be able to identify which skin type have you got, and also you'll be able to identify which skin type your potential customer has got. I'll explain you how our skin is built, so you can understand the different processes that take place in our skin. And then, first of all, I'll start from Beta-Glucan Collection. I'll tell you about the ingredients, but also I'll tell you about the benefits and to which skin type the particular skincare product is designed. Then we'll move on to Gold Regenesis Collection. I'll tell you about the active ingredients, but also I'll introduce to you the other ingredients which you can find in the Gold Regenesis Collection. I will summarize all of the products at the end of the webinar, and also what we're going to do, I've prepared a test. So please pay attention during the webinar, because at the end, I'll ask you, you'll be able to resolve a test or quiz, and you'll get the answers straight away. So we'll see how many correct answers you can get. So let's get started. First of all, let's identify what is skin. First of all, the surface of our skin is from 1.5 square meters to 2 square meters. Our skin is our biggest organ. It protects our joints and muscles and internal organs from external factors. As we are getting older, the skin becomes thinner, the skin becomes more sensitive to external factors. So this is our natural code. So in order to keep it strong and healthy, we need to look after it not only from the inside by eating healthy food and having well-balanced diet, but also it is very important to look after the skin from the outside. Obviously, the skin has a different thickness depending on the area. The thickest skin you can find on your palms and also on your feet. The thinnest skin is around our eye area. What's more interesting, the skin around our eye area, because it's very thin, it doesn't produce any sebum. And the aging process around our eyes happens much faster than on the other parts of our skin. And the fact is that there's no sebum. Sebum is the natural oil which is produced by our skin, and this oil, in fact, protects our skin from external factors like sunlight, like very cold temperature, pollution, and so forth. One more interesting thing is that the difference between men's skin and ladies' skin is only the thickness. Otherwise, both men's and ladies' skin is all the same. Those two collections that I'm going to talk about, they're designed for both, for men and ladies. So now, let's take a look at the structure of our skin. We can say that our skin basically is divided into 3 basic layers. The first layer is called epidermis. The first layer, epidermis, is the external part of our skin. It is our natural protective barrier. Also, it regulates the amount of water which is released from our body. And this is the part of the skin that we can see. This part of the skin peels off every single day. In here, new cells are being generated, are being born, and the epidermis peels off on the regular basis. It depends on our age. The older we become, the longer the full regeneration process takes. So at the age of 21, 23, 25, it usually takes about 21 to 22 days for the skin to fully regenerate itself. When we turn 40 or 45 or more, then it takes already over 1 month, so that is 5 or 6 weeks. Then just before the dermis, we've got, below the epidermis, we've got the dermis. As you can see here, we can distinguish blood capillaries and blood vessels through which our body provides to the epidermis all vitamins and minerals which it gets from food we eat. But the problem is that from the food we eat, all the vitamins and minerals, first of all, they go to our internal organs like heart, kidneys, liver, and so forth, goes through the blood vessels and blood capillaries to the epidermis. So that's why it is very important not only to have very well balanced diet, but also it is important to look after the epidermis from the outside. And then the next layer of the skin is called hypodermis, and this is the deepest part of the skin. The yellow part here, that's the fat tissue. So that's where the fat is. So when we use different skincare products, there is a need of 1 or 2 active ingredients which will work as a pump. Because to be honest, our skin is quite impermeable. It's very hard for different ingredients to go deeper inside the skin. As an example, I can tell you this. If you jump into a swimming pool, if our skin is not impermeable, then we'll soak all of the water from the swimming pool. So that proves that our skin is impermeable. So in those 2 collections that I'm going to tell you about, there are few active ingredients that in fact work as a pump. Other ingredients, they simply stick to the active ingredient, and the active ingredients, they work as a pump, and the other ingredients have the ability to penetrate the skin slightly deeper in order to moisturize the skin, in order to regenerate the skin. Let's move on and let's distinguish the different skin types. We can distinguish 4 basic skin types: normal skin type, oily skin type, skin combination, and dry skin type. This is just a basic division, but I think it should be sufficient for this training. So let's have a look closer at a different skin type. If you or your customer have a normal skin type, which is quite rare in this environmental condition, in this climate that we live at the moment, usually normal skin is very smooth and it's matte. It has even color without any discoloration, so the melanin production is very nice and even. The skin is very elastic because it's sufficient amount of collagen and elastin, and also it is very well hydrated because it produces enough sebum, and the sebum creates invisible protective layer on the surface of the skin, so the moisture won't escape from the skin very quickly. To be honest, if you have normal skin type, this is the skin type that is the easiest to be looked after. However, even normal skin becomes older. So it is very important to start looking after it just after you turn 20 or 21 years of age. The next skin type that I would like to tell you about is oily skin type. If you've got oily skin type, the skin is usually strong and thick, but also it can be sensitive. You can see here in the picture that the pores are enlarged, and through the pores, excessive production of sebum, excessive sebum comes out. As I mentioned before, sebum is the natural oil which is produced by the skin. Very often, people with oily skin type avoid using different skincare products because they say, my skin is already oily, it shines, I don't want to use any skincare product, which is not really true, because the more dehydrated skin is, the more of the sebum which is produced by it. So if you want to slow down the sebum secretion, if you don't want your skin to shine very quickly after you cleanse it, it is very important to apply a good quality moisturizer. Then, if your skin will be well hydrated, the sebum won't be produced excessively. I'll give you an example. If you pour water into a glass and then you will leave the water, let's say, in the direct sunlight, the water will evaporate very quickly. Is that true? However, if you pour the water into the glass and then you pour a little bit of oil, doesn't matter, vegetable oil, olive oil, then the oil will accumulate on the surface of the glass. And even if you put the glass into a direct sunlight, the water won't evaporate so quickly. So the skin, oily skin, produces a lot of sebum because in fact it wants to keep inside the epidermis the tiny little moisture that is inside it, because usually oily skin is very dehydrated. So make sure that after you wash your face, use a good quality moisturizer. And then we've got dry skin type. If you've got dry skin, the skin is usually thin, delicate and matte. Because it's dry, it doesn't produce the sebum, it becomes rough and tend to peeling. Also, as you can see, the pores are completely closed because the skin doesn't produce enough sebum. So there's no need for the pores to be open. If you have dry skin type, it is very important to use two types of skincare products. First of all, in dry skin, there is a lack of moisture. It means the skin is highly dehydrated. Secondly, there is a lack of natural oil, which is called sebum. So with dry skin type, it is very important to apply some moisturizing face cream in the first place, wait for full absorption, and then on top of it, especially during the cold months, autumn or winter, it is very important to apply some semi-rich or rich face cream in order to provide the skin with some oil content. Because otherwise, if you apply just a moisturizing face cream, the skin may become tight, you may feel some kind of tightening sensation, and then the moisture will evaporate from the skin very, very quickly because there's no sebum which will protect the moisture from escaping from the epidermis. And finally, some people have skin combination. So here there's a T-zone area, usually the forehead, the nose and the chin, they're oily. So then we need to look after this skin as if it was oily, and cheeks are usually dry. So we need to look after the skin on the cheeks as if it was dry. Now, let's tell you about our Beta-Glucan collection. So now we know exactly what is our skin. We know the 3 basic layers of our skin, how does it function, and also we can distinguish a few basic skin types. The Beta-Glucan collection is designed for men and ladies, and we can find here a few fantastic products. We can find 3 face creams, we can find 1 face serum, we can find here 2 body lotions and 2 hand creams. As I mentioned before, in every skincare product, there is a need for a very strong active ingredient to be present. In our Beta-Glucan collection, one of the active ingredients is oat beta-glucan. Oat beta-glucan, as the name suggests, is derived from oats. So this is 100% natural ingredient, which is a very, very strong moisturizer. First of all, it has the ability to deeply penetrate the skin, so it helps other ingredients to reach deeper layers of the skin. Oat beta-glucan itself improves skin immunity. And why is it important? Because as we are getting older, the skin becomes thinner and thinner, and also it becomes less resistant to external factors. So the immunity deteriorates. It's like with our body. If our immune system is low, is weak, then we are very likely to catch bacterial or viral infection. The same is going to happen with our skin. If our skin immunity is low, our skin is not strong enough, so then it is very easily to catch bacterial or fungal infection, for example. That's why a lot of people, as they are getting older, they suffer from rashes and from different skin conditions. Oat beta-glucan itself also protects the skin from sunlight, and it helps to boost regeneration of the epidermis, which is very important because, as I said before, the older we become, the slower the regeneration process. Another active ingredient, which you can find in every Beta-Glucan collection product, is called esters of higher fatty acids from flaxseed oil. It's quite a long name, but in fact, those fatty acids are very rich in omega acids. Omega acids help to improve absorption of other active ingredients. So as I said, it works like a pump. Those omega acids will help to transport other ingredients that I'm going to tell you about very soon, and transport the ingredients inside the deeper parts of the skin. Also, those fatty acids are natural skin building components. They prevent the skin from excessive dryness. They protect the skin, they nourish the skin, and also omega acids, they improve our skin's elasticity. So now, as you know, what are the 2 active ingredients in the Beta-Glucan collection? Let me tell you about the first product. The first product, which is our top seller, that's the face serum. So apart from oat beta-glucan and omega acids, the face serum contains colloidal silver. Colloidal silver is the ingredient which makes the product so special. Colloidal silver has antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Colloidal silver is very often used in hospitals to look after wounds that cannot be healed. So colloidal silver in this product will help to improve and treat different skin conditions like acne, like psoriasis, like eczema, also different minor rashes. Another ingredient is coconut oil. Coconut oil is rich in vitamins and minerals. Coconut oil has a very high content of vitamin E, which is a very strong antioxidant, so it helps to reduce free radicals activities. But also, vitamin E helps to moisturize the skin. So, coconut oil here will be responsible for proper hydration of the skin and also for proper nourishment. And finally, the Beta-Glucan face serum contains vitamin C. As you know, if you catch a cold or flu, the doctor says take vitamin C. And what is the reason for that? Vitamin C, in fact, helps to improve your immune system. When you're ill, then your immune system is very low. The same is going to happen here with the vitamin C in the face serum. Vitamin C, first of all, will help to improve your skin immunity, so your skin will be stronger and will become more resistant to different infections or different skin conditions. But also vitamin C will help to shrink enlarged blood capillaries or blood vessels. So just to summarize the face serum is basically designed for every skin type, for all of the skin types that I've mentioned before, but it is particularly very useful for problematic skin type. And what I mean by problematic skin type is people who's got acne-prone skin, people who suffer from eczema, psoriasis, and also for people who's got enlarged blood capillaries and they want to reduce the appearance of redness. You can use the face serum on the daily basis, twice a day, in the morning and in the evening, after you cleanse your face. Also, you can use it before you apply your makeup. So this is particularly important for ladies. You can use the face serum before you apply your makeup. And what is going to happen? Why is it so beneficial? If you fully moisturize the skin before you apply your makeup, the makeup will look more natural and also it will last longer. Let's move on to another product, the moisturizing face cream. The moisturizing face cream, apart from the two active ingredients, oat beta-glucan and omega acids, contains two other ingredients. The first one is called sodium lactate, and the next one is called hyaluronic acid. Sodium lactate has smoothing properties. So when you use the moisturizing face cream, sodium lactate will smooth the skin very, very well. So if you've got a problem with enlarged pores and you want the pores to shrink slightly, then sodium lactate will help to do it. Whereas hyaluronic acid has very strong moisturizing properties. One molecule of hyaluronic acid can hold inside the epidermis up to 1,000 molecules of water than its weight. So you can imagine a round particle of hyaluronic acid, and this particle will attract like a magnet other molecules of water and hold the water inside the epidermis. That's how hyaluronic acid works. Hyaluronic acid is naturally produced by our skin. When we are young, 21 up to 25, the production of hyaluronic acid is quite high inside our skin. That's why young people, they usually have quite well hydrated skin type compared to someone who's got more mature skin type. As we are getting older, around the age of 40, the production of hyaluronic acid deteriorates and lowers by 50% compared to the age of 20 or 21. So this is a very powerful ingredient, and I would recommend the moisturizing face cream to everyone because every kind of skin type needs to be well hydrated, needs to be well moisturized, because lack of moisture will result in premature aging of the skin, and also the skin will become more sensitive to external factors. Then we've got semi-rich face cream, which apart from the beta-glucan and omega acids, contains two very rich ingredients. Coconut oil, which I mentioned before, which is rich in vitamins and minerals. Mainly, you can find vitamin E in coconut oil, and also shea butter. Those two ingredients will nourish the skin, so the skin will be nice and radiant. Also, if the skin will be properly nourished, it will be more resistant to external factors, it will be softer, it will be nice and supple. The semi-rich face cream is a perfect cream for people with dry skin type or skin combination. They can use the cream twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. And I would recommend the semi-rich face cream for people with oily skin type as a night cream. They can use the cream before they go to bed. A very interesting thing is that you can use, when you apply some skincare products before you go to bed, you can apply slightly more of the product. And why is that? Because unlike our body and our brain, that during the day is quite active, our skin is not really active during the day. However, when we go to bed and sleep, our body takes a rest, our brain takes a rest, however, our skin becomes very active. So the cells divide themselves at night much faster than during the day. So if you use a slightly richer face cream during the night, and if you apply slightly thicker layer on the skin of the face, the ingredient will be absorbed by the skin much more effectively, and they will be absorbed much more deeply during the night. So when you wake up in the morning, your skin will be nice and fresh, and it will look much better. So I really recommend to apply slightly more of a product before you go to bed. And finally, in terms of the face products, we've got rich face cream, which apart from the oat beta-glucan and omega acids, contains argan oil, avocado oil, and witch hazel extract. Argan oil and avocado oil will nourish the skin. Those two ingredients are very rich in vitamins and minerals, whereas witch hazel extract will help to reduce redness. So the rich face cream, I would recommend to people with dry or very dry skin type. They can freely use it during the day and as a night cream. Usually when you've got dry skin type, the skin, as I mentioned, is very delicate, it's very gentle. All the blood capillaries, blood vessels are located just under the surface of the epidermis, and that's why if you've got fair complexion, very often you may see redness. The skin is red. So witch hazel extract will help to reduce the redness and will help to make the blood capillaries stronger. So the blood microcirculation will work much better, and the vessels will become stronger. They will be protected from getting broken. Also, people with not very oily skin, they may use this cream as a night cream, but I would really recommend to use the rich face cream by people with dry or very dry skin type during the day and before they go to bed. And it's a perfect face cream for people with skin combination as well. Let's move on to other products from our Beta-Glucan collection. Let me tell you about our moisturizing and smoothing hand cream. It is very important, especially during the winter time, during cold months, to look after our hands in a proper way and to look after our nails. Especially if you have to work with your hands, if you wash up the dishes very frequently, if your hands have contact with water, then the skin becomes very dry, and then if it's excessively dry, it breaks because there is lack of elasticity, and then the breaks and cracks may be very, very painful. So in order to prevent that kind of situations, it is very important to use the hand cream on a regular basis. We've got two. Let me tell you first about the moisturizing and smoothing hand cream. It contains oat beta-glucan, which helps to moisturize the skin, and in fact, it's the active ingredient which will help with absorption of the other ingredients, like lanolin. Lanolin will help to smooth the skin very nicely. Glycerin has moisturizing properties. In fact, glycerin is not going to be absorbed by the skin, but it will create some kind of protective layer, so it will protect the moisture from escaping. And finally, we've got castor oil, which is very good for our nails. So if you use the hand cream, you can use it all over your hands, but also make sure that you rub it into your nail plate and into your cuticles. Remember to rub the cream into your nail plates if you don't wear the nail polish, because if you wear the nail polish, in the active ingredients, oat beta-glucan and castor oil, they're not gonna work. So make sure that you cleanse your nails, and on freshly cleansed nails, you will rub in the moisturizing and smoothing hand cream. You can use it as often as you want. You can put it into your handbag, and you can use it as many times during the day. So this hand cream is good in order to prevent your hands from excessive dryness. However, if you already have very dry skin and you can observe even some cracks and breaks, I would recommend you to use the Regenerating and Nourishing Hand Cream from Beta-Glucan Collection. Apart from the oat beta-glucan and castor oil, the cream contains rice oil. Rice oil has very strong regenerating properties. It will help to regenerate the skin. So even if you observe the cracks and breaks, it is the rice oil which will help to heal the wounds, heal the cracks, and regenerate the skin very quickly. Now, let's move to our fantastic body lotions. Let me tell you about our bestseller, the Anti-Cellulite Body Balm. The Anti-Cellulite Body Balm, apart from oat beta-glucan, contains few more very good and powerful ingredients. First, there is Anti-Cellulite Forte Complex. This is a complex of carefully selected ingredients which help to reduce orange peel skin. Also, you can find here Centella asiatica extract, which is a very powerful ingredient. And how does it work? Centella asiatica extract has the ability to accelerate production of collagen and elastin by our skin. So if you apply the body lotion, the skin will be more elastic, more flexible. So I can freely say that if you use the body lotion on a regular basis, twice a day, because that's the best time to use it, in the morning after you take a bath or shower, and in the evening after taking a bath and shower, then you can see results very quickly. Centella asiatica extract will accelerate production of elastin and collagen, and that's why your skin will become more flexible. So the balm will prevent stretch marks. Many people ask me if they can use the Anti-Cellulite Body Balm to heal stretch marks, and it's not gonna repair, it's not gonna remove stretch marks. However, it may appear the appearance of already existing stretch marks, but it is always a good idea to prevent. So as a prevention, definitely I guarantee it's gonna work perfectly. The next ingredient is horsetail. Horsetail will help to regenerate skin, but also it will help to moisturize the skin properly, whereas caffeine from guarana seed will help to increase blood microcirculation. If the blood microcirculation is increased, then the metabolism of fat will be faster. So we can say that caffeine from guarana seed will work as a very strong fat burner. If you have sensitive skin, after you apply the body lotion, you may feel warming sensation. You may feel that your skin is a bit warmer. And this is absolutely good sign, because that means that caffeine from guarana seed works and the blood microcirculation is much higher than before. And finally, there's L-carnitine. L-carnitine is a very strong fat burning ingredient. And how does it work? Using simple words, I can say that L-carnitine simply turns fat into energy. So also, you may feel that your body will sweat a bit more. And this is absolutely perfect, because that means that L-carnitine works and that, in fact, L-carnitine turns the fat tissue into energy. If you recommend or if you use the anti-cellulite body lotion by yourself, it is very important to use peeling body scrub at least once a week. Why is it important? As I mentioned before, our epidermis peels off by itself every single day, even if we can't see that. And all the dead cells, they stick to the epidermis. So we need to use something in order to speed up the exfoliation process. Because if you don't exfoliate your skin and then you apply this body lotion, the ability to go through the dead skin cells and reach the deeper parts of the skin is not that high. However, if you do exfoliation at least once a week, and I recommend to use the salt body scrub or the sugar body scrub from FM, then you make sure that the dead skin cells are peeled off on the regular basis, and the ingredients will be absorbed by the pores of your new skin deeply and effectively. And then we've got our moisturizing body balm. Our moisturizing body balm from Beta-Glucan Collection contains oat beta-glucan and also few more very interesting and very powerful ingredients. The first one is sweet almond oil, which has nourishing properties. Sweet almond oil will help to nourish the skin properly, and also it will help to hydrate the skin. Vitamin E is a very strong antioxidant, so it will prevent your skin from free radicals activities. So your skin simply will look younger and better and healthier for a longer time, thanks to vitamin E. Horsetail will help to properly moisturize the skin, whereas triglycerides of caprylic and capric acids will strengthen the lipid layer of epidermis. And what does that mean? It means that your skin will become more resistant to external factors. I would also recommend to use the moisturizing body balm twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. And the best time to use it is after taking a warm or hot bath or shower. And why is that? Because when you take a hot bath or shower, the pores of your skin will open up, and it will make it easier for the active ingredients from those two products to be absorbed into the deeper parts of the skin. So that's it if it comes to Oat Beta-Glucan Collection. So now you know what sort of face creams we've got here, what kind of ingredients are there, and what sort of benefits you can get when you use the products. You know what is the difference between those two hand creams from Beta-Glucan Collection And now you know how fantastic is the anti-cellulite body lotion and the moisturizing body balm. I just want to remind you, you can recommend those products for men as well, especially the anti-cellulite body balm for those guys who would like to lose inches. Because if they apply the anti-cellulite body lotion before going to the gym, for instance, then they will sweat out much more. So it will help to reduce the fat tissue. But this is also very important when you recommend any of our skincare products and you yourself see very good results. It is very important to tell your customers that the results may vary from person to person because our body is different and also our skin is different. So you may see the good results after 4 weeks. However, somebody else may need a slightly longer time. And before we move on to the Gold Regenesis Collection, also I would like to tell you about a very important thing. If you yourself or your customer start using any of our skincare products, especially if they haven't used any skincare products before, or they suffer from different skin conditions like acne, for instance, or eczema, if you recommend the face serum, you need to make sure that you tell them that during the first few days, the skin condition may deteriorate. Why is that? First of all, the skin will start to fight the condition. And that's why the skin condition will become or may become slightly worse. Few more spots may come up, and this is absolutely normal. It's a very good sign because that means that the cream works and the active ingredients stimulate the skin regeneration process, and in fact, few more pimples indicate that there were some toxins inside the skin and the skin started cleansing itself. So it is absolutely normal. It should disappear, the few pimples, after 5 to 7 days. And also it is very important to test the skincare product if you haven't used that before on a patch of the skin. So you can get from us samples, or you can use the product itself as a tester and make sure that your new customer will apply a certain product on a patch of the skin, and if the skin agrees with all of the ingredients of this particular skincare product, then they may apply the product all over the body or all over the face. Another very important thing is when someone starts using a new skincare product, they may feel some kind of burning sensation, especially on the face. And why is that? That indicates that the skin was extremely dehydrated, and usually that happens with someone who's got a very dry skin type. It means that the skin doesn't produce the oil content. So the burning sensation also, it's normal if it doesn't last more than 3 minutes. Then after 3 minutes, the burning sensation should disappear, and it means that the active ingredients were absorbed by the skin and it should stop. If it lasts more than 3 minutes or 5 minutes, that may indicate allergic reaction. So then the person perhaps is allergic to one of the ingredients the certain skincare product contains. So it is always a good idea to take that sort of precautions, especially with your new customers. Now, let's move on to the Gold Regenesis Collection. As I mentioned before, every skincare product should have very strong active ingredients, which will work like a pump. In here, one of the active ingredients is colloidal gold. Colloidal gold is the ingredient which you can find in every skincare product from this collection. And in this collection, we've got 3 products. We've got anti-aging day cream, we've got anti-aging night cream, and eye cream. So what is colloidal gold? Colloidal gold is a solution of real gold, microscopic real gold particles in water which doesn't contain any other minerals but gold. Colloidal gold has very good properties for our skin. Colloidal gold has the ability to improve the skin immunity. Colloidal gold works like a potion of youth. It makes our skin very smooth. It reduces existing fine lines. Also, it stimulates synthesis of collagen and elastin. Our skin becomes more vital and more radiant. And also, as I mentioned before, it works like a pump, and it has antibacterial properties as well. You can find colloidal gold in every product from this range. Where else, apart from cosmetic industry, colloidal gold is used? Colloidal gold has been used for centuries in Far East in natural medicine, especially as a remedy for different problems with digestion system. Some people drink colloidal gold in order to heal different indigestions. But also, colloidal gold has been used for centuries in natural medicine as a remedy for different skin conditions. So now you can find colloidal gold in our luxury collection of Gold Regenesis. The next frequently asked question about the collection is were all the products from Gold Regenesis collection subjected to required tests? All of the products were subjected to dermatological tests. Just want to highlight that we don't test any of our products on animals, and if you want the certificate, you can go to our website and you can download the certificate from there. So the creams were tested by dermatologists. They passed all of the tests, and in addition, the anti-aging eye cream was tested in the presence of ophthalmologists. So now you can make sure, if you recommend this product to someone, that the consistency and the formula of the cream is carefully designed, so the cream can be freely applied around your eye area. And the next question is, why there's no information regarding product ingredients on the jar of the cream? You can find the ingredients of the Gold Regenesis creams on the packaging, on the carton box, but also you can refer to the catalog, to the fragrance catalog, where you can find the description of the skincare collection. But also, if you go to our website, at the top of the page, you've got a tab which is called Gold Regenesis. If you click on that tab, then you will be directed to another website, which is our website, where you can read in details about the whole Gold Regenesis collection. So if you haven't seen that tab, after the webinar, you can go to our website and you can check that out. You've got other tabs there as well, and you can read about our coffee, you can read more about our makeup and our products for home. The next frequently asked questions about this collection is, how do the needs of the skin change after 40? You know, after 40, facial skin needs special protection and care. Its structure weakens, the skin requires remodeling. Also, the first wrinkles appears. The first wrinkles appears around our eye area, and then usually on the forehead. So the first wrinkles are the mimic wrinkles. Also, the skin becomes discolorated. Usually the discoloration is caused by the sunlight. The skin aging process is affected not only by the changes of the body connected with age, but also it is affected by the lifestyle, but our daily habits. So every skin will age differently. And here is the next question. Can I use the face cream from Gold Regenesis Collection if I'm not 40 years old yet? As I said, our skin ages differently, and it depends on many different factors like our lifestyle, our genes, and so forth. So if you are around 40, let's say 38, 37, 39, and you can see the first skin aging symptoms, not really first, but quite deep fine lines and wrinkles, you can see that the skin is sort of grayish without radiance, then you can start using the regenerating Gold Regenesis Collection. However, if you are 30 or under 30, I wouldn't recommend to use the Gold Regenesis Collection yet, because the skin processes take place. There is still sufficient amount of collagen and elastin which is being produced by the epidermis, and there's no need to use the Gold Regenesis. I would recommend to use the Beta-Glucan Collection instead, or we've got a fantastic face serum from the Orchid Collection, which can be used by people 25 plus with who can see already the first aging symptoms. So now, let me tell you about the first product, which is the anti-aging day cream. So how it works? The anti-aging day cream will moisturize your skin very well. It will smooth the skin and it will firm it. Also, it will bring back the natural radiance to the skin, and it will help to reduce skin discoloration. How you can use it? You can use it once a day in the morning on freshly cleansed face, avoiding eye area. You can apply the cream not only on your face, but also you can apply the cream on your necklines, neck and necklines or décolletage. Remember to apply the cream in a certain way. Always apply the cream upwards. At the end of the webinar, I will exactly tell you, I will show you a picture, what is the proper way to apply a day cream, a night cream, and the eye cream. The next question is, can I use the cream in the evening? As I mentioned before, in the evening, our skin requires different care. And usually the creams that are used in the evening should be a bit richer than the ones that we use during the day. Especially that applies to ladies who use different makeup products during the day. It is much better to use a lighter formula cream during the day and then apply your makeup, because you don't want to overwhelm your skin with many different products. So I wouldn't really recommend the cream to be used in the evening. The night cream is much, much better. The formula of the day cream is perfect to be used during the day, because it's light and it's perfect to combine with makeup. And which skin type is the cream for? The cream is for every skin type. So here you don't need to really be worried whether you've got oily skin type, whether you've got dry skin type or skin combination or normal skin type. Here, the most important thing is that you've got mature skin type. And mature skin type is considered to be 40 plus. Now, before we move on, I'd like to tell you, what does the cream contain apart from colloidal gold? Apart from colloidal gold, the day cream contains an ingredient which is called resveratrol from red grapes. This ingredient helps to rebuild the skin epidermis and also protects the skin from external factor. The day cream also contains hyaluronic acid, which I mentioned before. Hyaluronic acid acid keeps moisture in the deep layers of the epidermis and also provides high level of hydration. The cream, apart from colloidal gold, contains omega acids 3, 6, and 9, which restore natural lipid layer of the epidermis and also properly oil the skin. The cream contains extract from Enantia chlorantha, and this extract smooths irritation and also regulates production of sebum. So if you have oily skin type, you don't need to be worried that your skin will become shiny after using the face cream, as this extract will regulate the sebum secretion. And finally, the cream contains oat beta-glucan as well, licorice extract, and dipanthenol. Those three ingredients, they boost action of other ingredients that the cream contains, and also they mainly work as anti-aging ingredients, and they will help to properly nourish the skin. So the result is fresh, supple skin with reduced appearance of fine lines and also reduced skin discoloration. So let's move on to the next product, which is anti-aging night cream. The anti-aging night cream has stronger rejuvenating properties compared to the day cream because it's much richer than the day cream. So it will fully nourish the skin. It will make the skin nice and radiant, and also it will help to redefine the natural oval of the skin by accelerating production of collagen and elastin. So if your skin is a little bit saggy, then after using the face cream for 4 weeks, you will see the first improvements. You need to be patient with different skincare products. If you want to see improvement, it's not going to happen overnight. Usually, as I mentioned before, our skin regenerates itself after 21 days or more, depending on our age. So you need to be patient, and the skin needs to regenerate itself. So the cycle of regeneration must start and finish. And after that time, you will see good improvements. How to use the product? You can use the product on freshly cleansed face in the evening before you go to bed. You can apply the product also on your neck and necklines. The product, similarly to the day cream, is designed for people with every skin types and people who's got more mature skin type. So now, let me tell you about the other ingredients that the cream contains. Apart from colloidal gold and hyaluronic acid and licorice extract, the cream contains rose oil. Rose oil is very rich in vitamin C and vitamin E, which will help to hydrate the skin. Also, rose oil contains retinoic acid, which will help to nourish the skin deeply. And that's the rose oil which will bring the natural radiance of your skin. In the night cream, you can find coconut oil, which is rich in vitamin E. So also it will help to hydrate the skin and it will nourish the skin properly, providing the oil content. In this cream, you can find resveratrol from red grapes, which will help to rebuild the epidermis and will protect the skin from external factors. And finally, also, there's oat beta-glucan, allantoin, and dipanthenol, which will help to regenerate and moisturize the skin. And also, they will help or they will accelerate absorption of other active ingredients. And finally, we've got the eye cream, anti-aging eye cream. How does it work? First of all, it will help to reduce fine lines around your eye area. It will firm the skin. It will lift the skin up. You can see a big difference after a few applications. It will smooth the skin around your eye area, and also it will bring a nice radiance. The cream can be used twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. You can apply the cream inside the inner corner of your eye, outside the corner, under the eye, and also under the eyebrow. Instead of rubbing, it is much better to tap the cream in, because the skin around your eyes is very gentle, very delicate, so you don't want to rub it, because that may irritate the skin, and this is not necessary. Let me tell you about other ingredients that the cream contains. In fact, the cream contains a very powerful ingredient, which some people call a Botox in a jar. The ingredient is called hexapeptide. Hexapeptide is called a Botox in a jar because it works like Botox, however, it's natural, unlike Botox, which is synthetic. So hexapeptide has the ability to lessen existing fine lines, so it will make them flat, and also effectively prevents new ones. The anti-aging eye cream, in addition, contains guarana extract, which stimulates microcirculation, and that will help to eliminate signs of tiredness. And also, if you can see dark circles under your eyes, or puffiness, or the skin is slightly swollen, guarana extract will help to get rid of the dark circles, and also it will reduce the swelling, the puffiness under your eyes. The cream contains Centellia asiatica. As you remember, this ingredient I mentioned when I was talking about the anti-cellulite body lotion. So Centellia asiatica will help to smooth and firm the skin. Centellia asiatica extract will help to accelerate synthesis of collagen and elastin. So that's why the skin around your eye area will become firmer and also more flexible, more elastic. Another ingredient that the anti-aging eye cream contains is kiwi and sophora extract. They are rich in minerals and acids. They help to reduce discoloration around your eye area. They will give your eyes beautiful definition and beautiful radiance. There are a few more ingredients. As you can see, the formula of the cream is nice and rich. The ingredients that I'll tell you about are called allantoin and dipantenol. Allantoin and dipantenol will provide your delicate skin around your eye with proper moisture. And finally, we've got old beta-glucan and resveratrol from red grapes. They will intensify antioxidant properties of colloidal gold and hexapeptide, because hexapeptide, apart from the ability of lessen existing fine lines, has a very strong antioxidant properties. So that's it, what I've prepared for the webinar today. Let me just tell you about the proper application of the different creams. So if you apply any day cream or night cream, you can use this technique, and that applies to absolutely any face cream, both the Beta-Glucan Collection and the Gold Regenesis Collection. Put a few drops of the cream on the forehead, on the nose, on your cheeks, and also around your necklines area, and then start off from your necklines upwards. Then start from the central part of the face outside, and from the bottom of the face using circular motion upwards. When you want to rub the cream in on the forehead, start off from the central part of your forehead outside, and also use gentle circular motion. It is also very important if you apply any of the creams before you apply your makeup, especially foundation, make sure that you wait until the product is fully absorbed by the skin. Because if you apply the face cream, let's say the moisturizing face cream from Beta-Glucan Collection or the day cream from the Gold Regenesis Collection, and then you apply the foundation too quickly, then the makeup may be smeared and it's not going to look very well. Another very important thing is the Gold Regenesis Collection is highly concentrated. So if you apply too much of the cream may be rolling. You may feel that there is something which is rolling. It's not the product's problem. The problem is that simply you applied too much of the cream and the cream cannot be fully absorbed by your epidermis. So next time, try to apply smaller amount of the cream and let the cream to be absorbed fully by the skin. If you apply the eye cream, put few drops under your eyes and then tap it gently around your eye area. Make sure you apply the cream under your eye, in the inner and the outer corner of your eye, and also it is always a good idea to apply the cream just below your eyebrows. So finally, we reached the end of the webinar. Maybe a few minutes for questions and answers, if you have any. Now I can see the chat, I can read the chat, and I'm ready to read your questions. So feel free to post any questions that you've got before we finish and give me the opportunity to answer them. I hope that you enjoyed the webinar. I hope that I passed you some important information that you can use to your advantage. And it will be a pleasure to answer any questions if you've got. Thank you very much. I can see some questions now, so if you give me a little bit of time. Are the Beta-Glucan products suitable for vegetarians? Most of the products from Beta-Glucan Collection are suitable for vegetarians, apart from the moisturizing hand cream, which contains lanolin. As you know, lanolin is derived from animals, so in fact the moisturizing hand cream cannot be used by vegetarians or vegans if that's the issue. However, the other products which you can find in the Beta-Glucan Collection, they don't contain any animal-derived ingredients. Someone is posting a question, can you use the anti-cellulite as a wrap too? First of all, let me clarify, the anti-cellulite body lotion is a body lotion, not a wrap. However, if you want to use it as a wrap, some kind of DIY wrap, you can use it. Nobody can say you can't do that. However, if you promote the product as a body balm, not as a wrap, because once again, I would like to highlight, it's a body balm, not a wrap. Are all products UV protective? As I mentioned before, oat beta-glucan provides UV protection, and you can find oat beta-glucan in every single product from the Beta-Glucan Collection, but also you can find Beta-Glucan in the Gold Regenesis Collection. So yes, your skin will be protected from the sunlight. However, FM group doesn't indicate the UV factor, because in fact it is very difficult to precisely state what is the level of protection, because the concentration of oat beta-glucan in every product is different. So have a good night, and I'll speak to you shortly. Bye-bye.